Hello everyone, I hope you guys are all doing well. My name is Hardil, Realtor with Exit Realty. I want to begin by saying thank you so much for clicking on this video. I made this video specifically for renters. So if you need help understanding the rental process, what documents you may need, and how to join the custom market watch, you're here at the right place. So let's get started. So to begin, I'm going to be explaining how the rental process actually works. I know that many of you think the first part of a rental process is to go and see as many properties as you can. However, that is actually the worst way to go about it. And the reason is because what's the point of seeing 10 to 15 different properties that you might not even be approved for? So the first step is to actually begin by filling out your rental application, right? Which takes only 20 to 30 minutes to do. And the second step, I explained this in an email, but there are 7 documents that I actually need from you in order to help you get the unit that you actually want. The reason why it's important to have all of these documents and rental application prepared even before you view the property is because a lot of these rentals in Ottawa are getting anywhere from 5 to 7 applications as soon as they hit the market. And the way that I can help you beat them out is by being prepared. Now, once the documents are all sent to me, what I go and do is make sure that they're all there and organized. And to add on to that, I also write a strong recommendation letter, and I also explain why you are the strongest applicant for the property. After the documents are all submitted to me and I formatted everything properly, I then go ahead and send your application to the listing agent. This allows us to get pre-screened or pre-approved before we even see the unit. This saves you time and avoids seeing places that wouldn't have even accepted you as an applicant in the first place. Now, once you go and see the property, there's 2 things that happen. One, if you don't end up liking the property, no worries. Sometimes the pictures look a lot nicer than what the reality is. So what I do is I just continue helping you find another unit. However, if you do end up liking the unit and you want to put an offer, then I get started on that immediately because speed is the most important thing in the rental game. So now that we've drafted up the offer and it's gotten accepted, you have 24 hours to submit the first and the last month's rent. Now, in some cases, potentially because maybe your file's too weak, you're a newcomer, you need a guarantor, it can even be more than just the first month's rent. I've had instances where we've had to give 6 months of rent up front in order to get the property. And the reason why landlords do it is to protect themselves and have some type of leverage. Okay, so now that you've submitted your deposit, the next step is to wait until we are nearing the move-in date. And that is when the listing agent will send you the official Ontario Agreement of Lease. This is the legal lease that is required by the province. And then once the lease is signed and the deposit is paid for, all you have to do is wait for the move-in date. That is when you're going to be receiving the keys and you can move all of your belongings into the property. Oh, and just a quick side note, most residential leases are for a year. However, you're allowed to continue living there even past that time. It just goes on a month-to-month basis. And now I'm going to be explaining about the documents that you need in order to apply for a rental property. So the first document that you'll be needing to fill out is the rental application. The second document that you'll be needing is some form of proof of income, usually in the form of a pay stub, a job offer, or an employment letter. Number 3, you're going to be asked to provide a credit report. A credit report can be done in 2 ways, and by 2 ways I mean either free or paid. The free version that I recommend to most people is borrowwell.com. Takes less than 5 minutes to do. However, if you can provide a TransUnion or an Equifax report, that is usually even better, and that is considered the rental standard. Number 4, you're going to need to provide some type of photo ID, whether in the form of a driver's license, a health card, or a passport. And number 5, you don't always have to do this, but it's recommended to at least have 2 references. A couple example of references can be your past landlord, your current employer, even your past employer. Someone that can vouch for your reliability. And document number 6 would be a guarantor. In order for a guarantor to help you, they must provide the same documents that you're providing, such as proof of income, a credit report, photo IDs, and references. And now for part 3, arguably the most exciting part about this presentation, getting set up on a custom rental market watch. So I know that many of you are probably doom scrolling on Facebook Marketplace as well as Realtor.ca. Now, a more efficient way of going about trying to find your dream rental property is to get set up on this tool. The custom rental market watch will send you properties that you're exactly looking for on a weekly basis. That way, when the right property comes up, you can make a move. And this gives you a huge advantage because, as I mentioned before in this presentation, speed and preparedness are what helps you win. So that's the full breakdown. I hope you enjoyed this YouTube video where I explained the rental process, the documents that are needed in order to apply for a rental unit, as well as how to get set up on the custom market watch. My name is Hardil Khosa, Realtor with Exit Realty. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you choose me to help you secure your next home. So in this quick 5 to 7 minute video, I'm going to be going through the rental process, what applications and documents you need in order to apply for your dream rental property, and how to get set up on a custom market watch that is uniquely tailored to you. If you're interested, click the link to go to my YouTube page and find out the rental secrets.